Alright, hey everyone, welcome to RaceFlight's Facebook Friday. We're going to host this video every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, so we can share with you guys the latest new products that arrived or are on the way, and also we're going to be able to answer questions that you might have. We also might discuss other FPV and RC related subjects from time to time. I'm Tim, this is AJ, and we think we got some pretty cool things to show you today, so let's get started.
I'm excited.
I read the intro. So the first comment, we're going to do a giveaway. I'll try not to bang my hand on the table. We're going to do a giveaway. We'll talk about the details. It's just going to kind of come up as we go through.
Yeah.
So you want to...
Yeah, that'll be pretty sweet. So first off, we've got the Strix Power Stix goggle battery, right?
Yes. Here we go. Well,
so this is for the new, or this is for the standard Fat Shark goggles, or I guess pretty much any goggle that accepts this kind of plug. I want to open that up there.
Sure.
It's basically two 18650 batteries, I think, right?
That is correct. It's two 18650 batteries, a total capacity of 3,200 milliamp hours in the space that is about the same as a standard Fat Shark battery, maybe a touch longer and not quite as wide. It's pretty darn close.
It kind of looks very similar to the old Fat Shark battery before they switched to the one with the LED readout.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's 7.4 volts, 3,200 milliamp hours, so it's at least double the Fat Shark.
Yeah, it lasts forever.
Yeah.
I actually made some a long time ago, and they literally last forever, it seems like. So it has two connectors, the standard Baro connector, 2.1 millimeter Baro connector, and the balance tap.
So you can balance charge it. It does have overcharge protection built in it, but we still recommend that you can charge it on a standard LiPo mode and a balance charger. Wanted to show you too. So we had this made for goggles, because everyone's looking to get some extra life. But this new Tyrannus QX7 that we ran out of almost immediately, but we're getting more. It takes AA batteries, which not the coolest thing in the world, right? So if you pull out the tray that's in there, which two screws take that out, this battery will literally fit right inside. You want to switch the other camera? Fits right inside. You can plug it in to the connector that's in there.
There's a little balance port.
The balance port works just fine. Put your Baro connector in there. And as long as you don't get it tangled up. Look at that. Easy as cake, right? Or, yeah, pie, cake, some dessert that I'm not sure of. There you go. I knew I'd get it. There you go. Fits in there. So you can go from, the good old standard AA batteries to a long life 3200, and then you just pull it out and plug it into your charger, and then you can still use the same battery for goggles or whatever else.
Yeah, this is an awesome radio, and having that feature with being able to put that battery in there makes it so much nicer. AA's are a pain in the butt, so.
Yeah, we don't want to keep throwing them away or using the nickel metal hydrides that self-discharge or cost a lot of money. This is multiple use.
Small, easy form factor, and last seemingly forever.
So, yeah, these guys, they do have bumps also for the goggles. Kind of gives the strap something to grab a hold of. And then, of course, it can hang by the wires on the other side. So, good deal. I didn't put down the prices. What are we selling this guy for?
I believe they're $18.99.
I honestly don't know.
That sounds about right. Well, all right, one fail here. We tried to make some notes, and I forgot to put prices down. So, what do we got next?
Next up, we got the Strix Power Stix 1S charging board. Of course, we've covered this in the last couple of streams, I think, but
we wanted to talk about the fact that we've got the AC adapter for it as well.
Yeah, the power. So we've got the Strix charging board for your 1S batteries, your Tiny Whoop or your Inductrix, I guess is what most people know them as. But let me open this up here.
So far, we have 26 viewers and only one comment.
What?
You guys better start commenting.
I think we need to see some people making some comments here. Maybe some questions for us. We just cut the packaging open and we wanted to do a giveaway. So I would say for the next, let's say minute or 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Throw in a comment, and we're going to randomly pick someone that comments in the next 2 minutes. and you're going to get the Strix Power Stix 1S charger and the wall adapter for free.
Nice. Power adapter and the charger. So most of you guys probably already know how this works. It's basically an XT60 with your battery that you would normally use as a flight pack. You can use this to power it up. Make sure you switch it to 4S if that's what you're using, or if you have a 3S, you want to switch it to 3S. It'll work on either one. The difference is going to be how much the low voltage cutoff is going to be. So you want to set it to 4S for a 4S battery. Then you can plug, you can charge a, I forget the name. Is it a 1.25? Which
1.25, a Pico Blade, or the what are they? The JST PH, I think it is, the larger connector that a lot of people are using.
So yeah, you just plug these in, and you can see it goes to red for charging, and green is fully charged, which this one obviously is fully charged. So the cool part is these are individual chargers, right? So they're not. It's not just a parallel board. It's actually individually charging all these batteries.
As you're using batteries, plug them in, and pull them off when they're charged, and use them, and you can keep cycling through. And with 6 batteries, I bet you're pretty close to just pretty much continuous flying at that point.
Yeah.
If you really want to do it. So.
I bought 2 of these, so I have 12 of them charging all times at my house.
Yes.
And so now we've got obviously the AC power adapter. So this is awesome for at your house, or if you're going to the pits at the RC car track, or wherever you're at. So you don't have to worry about charging up flight packs. So.
Comes with a standard XT60 connector, so you can use it to power other things as well. It's 12 volts, 3 amps, I believe. Yeah, 3 amps. It works. It has a standard US plug on it. Will work up to 120 or 240 volts, 240, 241, whatever it takes.
Yes. So 3 amps. That's plenty enough to charge all 6 batteries at the same time.
Oh yeah, easily.
Cool.
So how are we doing on the comments?
We got all sorts of comments, and I think I'm going to pick the winner is Don Kyle. He says, "Sweet, where do I get one?" Then he also said, "I could really use one."
Well, now you've got one.
So Don, shoot us a message on Facebook, and we'll get your information.
Yep, Don, we'll work out the details and get one to you.
Yeah, don't worry about where to get it. We'll get it to you.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get it handled. So yeah, these are cool, and for anyone that hasn't used one yet and is doing any of the Inductrix flying, this is just. Even for the standard charger, it's great. We started with the idea of making a portable charger, but in reality, it works good as just your standard charger for these little guys.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So,
I actually like it better than any of the standalone chargers for these kind of batteries, to be honest with you. So,
all right.
Next up, we have the event that we're going to be holding.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this yet, but I think it's up on the AMA site now. But for those of you who don't know, we already do an annual event, FPV Fest, at Willard Airport here in Ohio. But after working with the AMA, we've decided to do a FPV Fest Muncie edition.
Nice.
Yeah. So the same type of flying, the same fun that we do at FPV Fest, except now we're going to use the AMA's field. Which field are we at on there? I think it's the
Field 4.
The big field.
The big field.
Yeah.
So, in case you guys don't know, Muncie is where the recent multi-GP championships were held, and that's in Indiana. So
about 3 hours from us here in Columbus. So might get some folks from maybe Indianapolis area or anywhere. I mean, when we do FPV Fest, we have people flying in from even outside of the country. So it's a lot of fun. I don't think I said the dates yet. It's June 16th through 18th. June 16th through 18th. And admission is $15. That's it, $15, and we are donating it all to the AMA Foundation.
Nice.
We aren't going to keep any of it. You will get a T-shirt with it. What else we got going with it?
Do you need to have your AMA membership for that?
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's the AMA field, so why not have your AMA membership?
Right. And really, we do want to support the AMA. They really went to bat for us, helping to keep us flying, working with the FAA and with regulators to help keep us going. And they still are working, state to state and town to town when people are trying to make rules that prevent us from just going out and having a little bit of fun.
Yeah. So we're going to have Joe Scully, right? He's going to be there announcing this event. So all you guys that are familiar with Joe Scully, he runs a really tight ship and some awesome racing. So that'll be really cool to have him there doing that.
Yeah, it's going to be fairly informal racing, but definitely going to do some rounds as part of it. I'll have the track set up out there for everyone to try it out, even when we're not doing racing. Fixed wing, multi-rotor, the whole deal.
Nice.
So
Yeah, that sounds
banging the
fun.
table again. I'm real conscious of that.
So
I
I
got
think that
yelled at.
covers the FPV Fest
I yelled at the
in
boss.
Muncie. Next, we also have the new small antennas for the Connex, the ProSight.
Where's that, Joe? All right.
So we've had the Connex for a while. They released these initially, but apparently they didn't have them right, so they wanted to fix those and get them squared away, which they have, and we've been restocked.
Yeah, so these are the fixed version. I guess they had the wrong plastic on the first round or something.
Okay.
It was a really soft, I think, right?
It was brittle.
It was brittle, that's right.
Okay.
So significantly smaller. We don't have a regular one here, but it's at least double the size.
Yeah, that's
this is
easily
at least-
double the size, yeah.
So this is gives you a more compact setup. Range is a little bit less. They're claiming 50% of the performance, but I think the folks that have used it haven't seen any issues with standard racing and so forth.
I finally got my own personal unit when I was racing in Vegas recently, and I've been really excited with it and playing with it more and more, and it really performs extremely well. So I think the range loss that you're going to see with this antenna is still going to be very sufficient. So.
And you see this has a clip that you can attach to your frame, and then this just slides in and latches in.
It also has some hardware included here with the packaging, so you'll be able to get some more screws for this mount.
Obi-Wan Davis says, giveaway, yeah, buddy. But he missed it already.
Too bad. Sorry.
Yeah, so.
We also have on the way some other alternative antennas. That kind of wasn't on the list, but I know we have some ordered. They're back ordered right now that are similar in size. They're actually mounted. They're flexible, flat dipole style antennas that do have adhesive if you want to stick them to something. Although don't stick them to the carbon fiber. It's not the best place to put an antenna.
You want a little bit of separation from
But
the carbon.
so there'll be some more flexible options as antenna options, and these are known to perform well with the Connex system.
Matthew says, how well does the Connex system fit on the Oct 210?
It's a very tight fit. I don't think any of us here have personally flown with it on there, but we have dry fitted it, and it does fit, I think.
It's really close.
Yeah, the cables are the problem, so you have to mount your camera kind of a certain way, and
It's pretty snug. We're working on some possible options to get you something.
yeah. I don't know anything about that, but
I don't know. I just go and sit in the office. It's not like I run the place.
so yeah, So we've got these in stock. Actually, I want to get one of these for my ProSight. So nobody order them until I get out of this live stream, please.
Just slip this one under.
Yeah, there we go. Did we pull this out of stock yet?
Joe's doing it right now.
Cool. So we've got the antenna cover there, and next up we've got the revised RaceFlight Revolt controller. It's an F4 processor flight controller.
I guess we don't really need the bag. Here you
From RaceFlight specifically. So the only difference really, I believe, is the PCB has been modified to where it's a little bit bigger to accept these gummies on the flight
go.
controller.
Right. So it comes with the larger holes, so you actually have built-in grommets, so it's completely isolated.
Right. So even if you tighten it down, you don't have any metal touching the PCB, and it's isolating all those vibrations.
So if you don't know, the RaceFlight does use the F405 processor and their super secret gyro.
It was only super secret for a short period. I believe it was NDA they signed or something with the manufacturer of that gyro when it first released. But
So high performance gyro, of course uses RaceFlight, which has some extra software work done there to help with the vibration. It's one of the things they say is even if you damage a prop significantly, you can still keep flying at least enough to get it back.
I can attest for that. I normally run quad blades, and I've damaged 2 props, and I couldn't even tell that they were damaged, to be honest with you. I've been playing with it with a little bit with RaceFlight 1. That's been released kind of for beta testing, and it's really good. So I personally recommend this board. So
Lots of choices. So we try to carry all the good ones. So this is one of them, and the V2 with the bobbins is in stock now.
Yep.
What do we got next? Oh man, this is a really complicated product here.
This one is innovative. It's game changing. I think it's something that you're all going to want to pick up for sure.
So yes, this beautiful rubber cap. We spent hours tweaking the design using evolutionary methods.
Evolution.
Sorry. Sarcasm. I
Yeah.
can't help it. So basically just a cap to throw on your batteries. Fits on the XT60 T connectors. Will even fit over your balance connectors. It's just a way to basically prevent shorting them out. So if you're carrying them on a plane or something, this is actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I've only ever had once where TSA has said something about me not taping the batteries up, but if it is, it's going to make them feel better when you're going through TSA and probably going to save you from getting pulled to the side and getting your battery swapped. So.
Yeah, it's something. It's cheap. I'm sorry again, I didn't write down the price, but they're dirt cheap. Like I said, lots of hours developing this product.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to be happy with it for us to finally put it on the market. So.
It's just not quite right. What else we got?
So next up, we've got the BrainFPV Baro sensor. So we've had this flight controller for a little while, and they've now
Can you
released
even see through that? I might need to open it up. Not that it matters. It's a board, right?
They've released a barometer sensor for this flight controller. It's a plug-and-play mod, it looks like.
I don't know. I can get that open without damaging things here. No, not another giveaway, just in case anyone's asking.
So, in case you're wondering what a Baro does, basically it's going to allow you to add some functionality to your flight controller or your quad with that flight controller. It's going to give you altitude hold, flight mode, and it's going to display altitude.
If you have the OSD set up.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things for anyone that's using the BrainFPV board is it already has a plug built into it, so that you don't have to wire anything up to use this. You just plug it in and screw it down. It comes with the hardware, the spacers, and so forth you need to make this fit in that stack. And if you maybe feel a little unsure about, feel a little bit unsure when you're flying, and you want to keep it'll hold your altitude. So with the right settings in the flight controller, so you could just, if you want to stick bash, go for it, and hope you don't run into something, but it'll at least keep you from running into the ground.
Yep. It looks like the way it's designed is you don't have to do any kind of modification either. It's set up to where you don't have to cover it up or anything.
Yeah, that's true, because it's going to be sandwiched between the boards, so you have less effect. Sometimes barometers will need a foam piece stuck to it or some way to prevent the vibrations. Not to say that the turbulent air, not to say you won't have to do that. But
somebody asked, how much for the last flight controller?
You got a computer.
Yeah. I want to say it's $39.99, but
Yeah, sorry about that. One more thing to add to our list for the next time. We're professionals.
So while we have that looked up, we have an update on the Stratosurfer, which is the slower flying wing for FPV gear and head tracking and all that stuff if you want to do that.
$38.88.
Okay, 38, so it's even cheaper.
Yep, $38.88 for the RaceFlight.
And that includes the grommets and ready to go.
Yep.
So anyway, we're talking about the Stratosurfer and the Lattice. The update is they're in customs.
They are in Columbus. They sometimes containers will get selected for thorough exam. This has been selected, so it's waiting. It's in line. It's last I heard there were a couple containers in front of it, but it's sort of an any day thing now. So, we have a contest. You can find it on Facebook. We also and on the product listing, and we also have the pre-order deals on both the Lattice and the Stratosurfers, where you get a free battery with the Lattice and a discounted battery with the Stratosurfer. Those deals, the contest and the deals end when they're in stock.
Okay.
So get your pre-orders in because they're in Columbus. So that's basically it could be any day. Could be we don't know. Could be a week. Could be Monday. We don't know at this point.
Cool. Well, yeah, I've been excited for these. The Lattice especially. I've been wanting to get one of those since I've seen the prototype.
The Lattice is a blast to fly. The Stratosurfer, kind of feels for the folks that have been FPVing for a long time. It's kind of like all the customized planes that we had over the years. It's the best of all the customizations, and with the blow molded fuselage, lots of space inside, lots of reinforcement. Huge control surfaces. But yeah, I'm excited for both and. Assuming all things go well, we are going to be, we didn't put on the list, but we are going to be doing a couple events here at the end of the month. We're going to be at the AMA East. Joe and Alec are going to be out there. We're going to have a booth. That is in New Jersey. What's the name of the place it's at?
Meadowlands, Secaucus?
Yeah. It's it has been the, what was that called before?
Ram.
Ram show, but the AMA is taking it over now. And then a couple of us are going to be going down at the same weekend. This is the last weekend of the month. We're going to be down at CFL in Florida, the CFL meet. We will, assuming they aren't delayed that long, we're going to have the Lattice and the Stratosurfer with us there. Lots of other stuff, and just get to hang out and fly with you guys.
Yeah. So
AJ's going to all kinds of events all over the place. And
hopefully see you guys soon at one of some of these events.
Yeah. So anyone have any questions or anything? Has anyone asked anything? Want to know any?
We have a video. I just posted a video today, actually, of the Stratosurfer build video. So if you want to get a closer look up at that, Kevin did that video. He's speaking about it, and he talks about some of the advantages of the Stratosurfer, a lot of which I didn't know. I'm not a plane guy, so I didn't know what the advantages of that plane were. There's quite a few, so you might want to check that video out. That's on the Ready Made RC YouTube channel. And then we've got some flight videos from the Stratosurfer as well as the Lattice too, so check those out on our
definitely check
YouTube.
those out on our YouTube channel and the Strix RC YouTube channel as well.
Any new micro stuff in the works?
There's always stuff in the works. Nothing that we could speak of right now.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that we would want to talk about right now.
It's been a lot of fun here at work. It's
work.
Yeah.
We're working on stuff. We've got some really cool ideas in development. So nothing in particular that we can talk about. But
QX7 stock. When will it be back?
it's a good question. We're waiting for them. I placed the order, but they've been out for the Chinese New Year. So basically, I'd hate to say they're a little bit unpredictable. So let's just say we have a bunch that we've requested, and as soon as they ship them to them, ship them to us. We will have them. But
Chinese New Year kind of makes it difficult for.
Yeah, it tends to put a pause on everything for about 2 weeks coming from over there, and them making any progress on getting things completed. So
it's probably the same thing with the Tyrannus Plus gimbals, right?
they are on the same order, also waiting. Yes.
And somebody said the BrainFPV. What FC does that work with? I think they mean the Baro thing.
Oh, it's meant for the BrainFPV RE1, I believe. Yeah, it's the RE1. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the BrainFPV flight controller, which is its own proprietary firmware, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I've heard good things about it. I haven't personally tested it, but
You can't use everything, right?
Right,
That's the problem.
I've heard great things about it though from the people that have played with them.
Yep.
So.
Somebody said, when can I expect to pick up my Lattice?
Man, any day. No.
Yeah.
We just mentioned that. So it's in customs here in Columbus. So as soon as they get it processed and delivered to us, hoping next week. But it's customs. They're going to do things at their own pace. So no guarantees there.
Yeah. Nice. It's out of our hands on that one.
That's it.
Yep, can't rush those guys.
Well, cool.
All right. Well, I think that does it. We're ready to wrap things up. I'm reading again, as you can't tell. I'll admit it. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and join us every Friday at 3 p.m. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. We're under the username ReadyMadeRC, so you can stay up to date on all the latest news and cool stuff that's going on. If you have cool RMRC gear you're flying with or showing off, make sure you tag us, hashtag RMRC. And you can also do hashtag StrixRC. That way, we can reshare it and everyone can find the cool stuff you do. And thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a good week.
Yep.